Smartphones. They have become much more than a commodity in our modern society, an important part of our culture and pure representation of our progress in consumer technology. Just think about a second about that bulky computer we used to lay under your desk. The phones in our hands are now more powerful than most of them. Modern day smartphone took about a decade to reach the place which now it has in our lives, replacing many different gadgets in the process. But what if I tell you that about just 2 years ago, the mobile landscape was totally different? Let me tell you a story. The market trends in 2017, more precisely in late 2016, I think were more exciting than the trends which we have today. The companies began to realize that smartphones need to be more streamlined products. Prices began to decrease and more budget players entered the market, which made smartphones more reachable for the people. And to keep them hyped about them, there was an explosion of innovation. Not that one in particular. When things started to settle a bit, then excitement raised again with a new trend of bezel-less displays with much more powerful but power-efficient CPUs. Multiple camera setups started to get attention in years. Devices like Galaxy S8, Essential PH1 and G6 were just head-turners. Which takes me to my next point. Less but reasonable devices were there in market. Less but reasonable devices were present in the market. 18:9 displays were mostly confined to the higher end models and lower end devices slowly followed the suit. Smartphones in all ranges, whether they were in low end or mid range, all of them were reasonable. Chinese brands hadn't crowded the space with generic, glossy and low quality devices yet. Every option was great and felt special. Not the case anymore in 2019. Options have increased, but quality and value has decreased. Then things started to change. And innovation was there, but we can say it more of experimentation than innovation. There was a race to achieve more. More powerful CPUs, higher screen to body ratios, one after another, shrinking the release cycles and launching more and more devices per year. These fast jumps were happening so quickly that it was difficult to stop for a second and enjoy what we have already. Phones like Nex and Find X were cool, but they were just disrupting the fun. So consumers decided to stop following the bandwagon and just bought the simple devices like iPhone 8. And you might remember that iPhone 8 became the top selling smartphone in mid 2018. During this time, more and more people got their hands on the smartphones and they began to realize that they don't probably need to shell out their hard-earned cash for smartphones every year or even in 2 years. And market saturation was introduced. Making matters worse, there was a hike in the price tags which companies like Apple did to satisfy their shareholders to stabilize their revenue. From general consumers' perspective, 2018 was a pretty dull year. 2019 is here and we have already seen companies trying to make their products stand out from the others, like these new phones with foldable displays, which are pretty damn expensive. Taking a new approach on smartphone sensors or just bringing some old nostalgia back. In short, smartphones are becoming odd-again, and it might start a new era of smart pocketable devices which might make things more exciting and might restore the lost joy of mobile tech. And what do you think about this topic? Do you miss the good old days of 2017 or you are excited about 2019? Tell me down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching and stay connected, my friends.